Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Madayurlina Dupratiwi. I'm from Group 5 and I'm the second speaker in this presentation. Now I would like to explain about the kid lexical set. Many middle class Scots have Standard Scottish English or SSE has a native variety, a divergent range from non-standard Scottish dialect which differ from English Standard English not only in phonetic and phonology but also in vocabulary and grammar. The final example is New Zealand English, a relative recent variety which shares some characteristics with the other extraterritorial English spoken in Australia and South Africa, but also have some distinctive characteristic of its own, notably the fact that schwa appears in stressed position. Now I would like to show the table about kid lexical set. Keyword of near in Standard Scottish English become near, and then in New Zealand English keyword near become near. The second keyword of square in Standard Scottish English become square, and then in the New Zealand English keyword square become square. The third keyword star in Standard Scottish English become star, and then in the New Zealand English become star. Next, keyword letter in the Standard Scottish English become letter, and then in New Zealand English become letter. For instance, Standard Scottish English does not contrast the trap and palm vowels, so that sam and psalm, which are minimal pairs for all the others variety considered so far, are homophones for Scottish speakers, both having short, low front in New Zealand English. Sam and psalm do for a minimal pairs, but not with low, short front or versus low, long back. Instead, in New Zealand English, we find mid-short front as opposite to low, long back front. Both the trap and dress vowels in New Zealand English are higher than those of SSBE or JA, while the long vowels of flesh, face, goat, and ghost are very characteristically diphthongs. The next material is vowel futures and allophonic rules. The relaxation of those phonemes must be determined and rules written to describe allophonic variation. Futures and rules notation can be used to formalize this statement. We show in chapter 4 that vowels are syllabic, consonantal, sonorant, voice, nasal. To distinguish English vowels appropriately, we also require the futures height, mid for the dimension of tongue height, front and back, for place articulation, and round. These give the illustrative matrix. These futures can distinguish 4 constructive degrees of vowels height and 3 degrees of roundness, which allow all variety of English to be described. However, E and E, U and O will be identical in this matrix. In SSBE and JA, the former in each pair is typically long and the latter short, and long vowels are also articulated more extremely or more peripherally than corresponding short ones. The long high front vowels is higher and fronter than the short high front vowels. while the long high-back vowels is higher and backer than its short counterpart. However, in SSE and Scots dialect, it matters which we choose. This is because vowels in Scottish accent and some related Northern Irish accent are unique among variety of English in one respect. We can predict where vowels are phonetically long and where they are phonetically short, as shown in the Scottish vowel leg rules. Vowel E, for the example, beat, read, leave, and bean. And then E, for the example, beer, read, leave, and agree. Vowel O, for the example, boat, close, full, oat. O, for the example, bow, close, for, oat. E, and which are short and lax in other accent, do not lengthen in circumstances. In SSE and Scots, then we can define the two classes of phonics vowel as lax, the three which never lengthen, and tense, the other which are sometimes long and sometimes short in predictably different environments. The allophonic rule involved will then state that tense vowel lengthen before before a voice fricative, or before a word boundary. Okay, that's all about my explanation. Thank you so much.